Giza is arguably the most scrutinized archaeological site on Earth. Yet, despite centuries of mapping and surveying, the deep bedrock beneath the plateau remains largely unverified and officially restricted. What we actually know about this subterranean world comes down to three documented realities. There are massive, unfinished chambers carved directly into the bedrock. There are vertical, multi-tiered shafts flooded with groundwater. And there are massive radar anomalies that remain strictly off-limits to physical excavation. Take the Great Pyramid of Khufu. It contains two distinct tunnel systems. While the upper passages get most of the attention, a lower, much older system forces you to plunge 56 feet straight down into the solid bedrock on which the pyramid sits. At the bottom of that descent lies the subterranean chamber. It is a bare, rough-hewn cavern that looks completely unfinished. Dug into its floor is a strange pit that funnels into a cramped, narrow tunnel and then abruptly dead ends into solid stone. For a long time, the investigation stopped at those dead ends. But recently, the ScanPyramids project used cosmic ray radiography to peer through the stone, proving that massive hidden voids still exist high up inside Khufu's structure. If cutting-edge physics can locate hidden chambers hundreds of feet up in the air, the obvious question is what that same technology might find buried deep in the restricted, unexcavated bedrock below. This schematic maps a tunnel running right under the causeway that connects Khafre's pyramid to the Sphinx. Carved into the floor of this tunnel is a hidden entrance, designated Shaft A, leading to what is now known as the Osiris shaft. Entering it means dropping almost 100 feet straight down into the plateau. The descent cuts through 3 stacked tiers of carved bedrock, each level deeper and more complex than the last. This floor plan details the third and lowest level. It shows a central rectangular pit holding a heavy basalt sarcophagus, which is completely isolated by a moat of crystal-clear water. Exploring this depth was physically brutal. When Dr. Zahi Hawass led a formal excavation of the shaft in the late 1990s, his team required heavy machinery just to continuously pump out the hazardous groundwater so they could even see the floor. Hawass concluded the site served as a symbolic dummy tomb for the god Osiris. The sheer scale of the shaft proves that ancient engineers had both the motivation and the technical skill to carve massive, multi-tiered complexes far below the surface. This satellite map traces modern geophysical surveys across the plateau. Teams ran acoustic sounding and electrical resistivity to search for underground networks. Data clustered around the Sphinx and Khafre's pyramid returned massive anomalies, indicating potential voids and deep shafts hidden beneath the pavement. Decades later, a joint survey by Florida State University and the Schor Foundation picked up another major anomaly near the Great Pyramid, prompting researchers to formally request permission to drill a test hole. The Supreme Council of Antiquities allowed exactly one drill attempt. When that single hole hit what the council declared to be a natural cavity, they permanently denied the team permission to drill anywhere else. It is easy to get distracted by internet rumors of secret subterranean cities. The documented reality is frustrating enough. We currently possess the non-invasive technology to map these anomalies, but legal restrictions prevent us from sinking a camera down to physically identify them. This 2019 groundwater contour map of the plateau reveals that the hesitation to dig is also driven by severe environmental danger. Decades of mass urbanization, leaking irrigation canals, and sewage runoff from bordering towns have created a highly elevated, toxic perched water table right beneath the monuments. This creates an impossible geological catch-22. To physically explore the deep anomalies, researchers have to aggressively pump out the flooded shafts. But sucking that water out leaves the porous limestone dry and brittle, threatening to crack the bedrock under the crushing weight of the pyramids above. Researchers are entirely trapped by the environment. Leaving the water guarantees the slow destruction of any submerged artifacts, but removing it risks collapsing the exact structures they are trying to study. So we are left to wonder, are the massive radar anomalies blanketing the area around the Sphinx just naturally occurring limestone cavities, or are they carefully engineered, unexcavated chambers? What other multi-tiered tunnel networks remain completely flooded, sealed off, and unmapped right next to the Osiris shaft? And will that rising toxic water table destroy Giza's deepest secrets before our technology and the local access laws allow us to verify them? Tell us what you think is really buried beneath the bedrock and why you think access is still so restricted in the comments below.